Here we go, FightHype.com exclusive with George Kambosos. George, how are we?
Doing good, man. Exclusive right here on the greatest YouTube page and boxing media page that are always supporting the fighters, and I always show a lot of respect to you guys, and you guys show a lot of respect to me. So I'm excited to talk. A lot has happened, and just know that Kambosos is getting known worldwide and ready to win these belts.
Full in-depth interview today, fans. So we're going to cover a lot of topics. First, George, I want to talk about we've had an official announcement come out from Matchroom Boxing, obviously after the IBF made their statement. 95% of the people in the boxing world knew what was going to happen with the IBF ruling. Triller have been defaulted. Your thoughts on that, what you can and can't say, and then we'll get on to something else.
Look, the IBF have been around for so many years. You're not going to tell the IBF how to do business. They made obviously the right decision. 99.9% of the boxing world, knew the way it was going to go. And look, we stood our ground. Team Kambosos, with my father, my co-manager Jim Kambosos, and my attorney Greg Smith, myself, we stood our ground and said, no, this is not right. How many dates are you going to change? How many times are you going to change this? We want to fight. We want to fight. And it came to the very simple thing of put the money in escrow. I want to see the $6 million in escrow when we took our stance. And then obviously Lopez's team and his legal team followed our lead and said, look, we want to see the escrow money. And by the time we asked for that, literally Triller went and defaulted themselves before the IBF even made a formal decision. But look, that's history. Triller is history, and the zone Matchroom is the future, and Kambosos is the future. So I'm ready to fight. I've been ready to fight every single day. It's sad for the fans as well, not only the fighters but the fans, because so many fans are flying to obviously these dates that were set. And all of a sudden they get there, they waste money, especially in a global pandemic right now. It's money is hard to come by, and they're coming out to support, and all of a sudden no fight. It's frustrating for them too. So I'm happy that Matchroom have the fight, and they're a professional outfit. I had my biggest win in my last fight with Matchroom, so I feel very, very comfortable in fighting their show, and I know that they run a fantastic, promotional company. And Eddie Hearn, he's doing big things, and I'm excited to win them titles with him promoting it.
Eddie Hearn was obviously, and Matchroom Boxing was the second purse bid. George, you didn't think for 1 minute that they probably weren't going to take it. It looked like he was sort of sitting back with his team, and he's got a fantastic team, Eddie Hearn, that he was. Soon as the IBF gave their statement, he was straight onto it and announced that the fight is happening. Yeah,
look, Eddie Hearn, I knew 100% he was going to take the fight, because why would you bid in the first place? This is a big fight, especially with all the hype and all the news about what's happened with it, and the whole world's talking about it. You got Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder happening this weekend, and most of the interviews you will hear Kambosos Lopez being talked about, which is incredible. My name is growing by the second. So look, many viewers are going to watch this fight. It's bad blood, and I'm excited to fight on Matchroom show, and a professional outfit, promoting boxing the right way, and me winning the Undisputed Championship, all them beautiful belts on a proper show, with no gimmicks and no things that boxing fans don't want to see. That's what I want. That's what I wanted.
Is there a date that you've got in mind? Your opponent has come out and spoken about November the 13th, George. The mindset doesn't change when it's going to happen for you?
I'll fight him today. I would have fought him yesterday, and I'll fight him whenever. You got to think now, all right? Lopez straight away. Yeah, October 16th, when Triller put out the 16th. Why? Why not fight the date set? That was the date that we want to fight. We've been waiting so long. We've been waiting for months. Why do you want to keep pushing it for? Now, all of a sudden, you got another, they're talking about November 13th. Okay, whatever date Eddie Hearn wants to do it, he's the promoter, he's paying the money. I'll fight any day. I'll fight him anywhere. But why you keep pushing it for? Is the weight a problem? Are you not ready? I don't know, but I'm very focused. I am zoned in. And like I said, I've got no distractions. All these things that happen with Triller, and I've got a fantastic team, legal team, and they made sure of the business was done right, and I just done the business in the gym. Like, I've been working hard.
Talk about the sparring. There's been some pretty ferocious sparring. Lenny Z, obviously someone pretty well known in the boxing fraternity here in Australia, fought many times in America. Leaves no stone unturned. Is he having a second go at it, Lenny? What can you tell us about him?
Yeah, look, I've been putting great work with Lenny Z, Lenny Z, as he's known in the US. He's got Fight of the Year. I think he won Fight of the Year a few years back or 2 years back when he had that great war with Ciceda. Very well known in the US. He's been around a long time, and he's a real warrior like myself. And we're putting in the work. We're grinding hard. Lenny's fighting at welterweight now, so he's nice and strong. He's always been a big puncher, so it's great work for me. And obviously, I'm giving him that great work too. And I believe, he's pushing that second run. He's looking for a big fight, a meaningful fight. The guy's had 40-something fights all over the world, and he's looking for that second crack. And the work that we're putting in, not only I'm ready to win all these belts, but he'll be ready to make a big statement as well. So, Lenny Z is a guy that very underrated. Doesn't get the attention in Australia as much as he deserves. But this guy's an original OG. He's been around for many years. He was at the top of the game when I first started coming to the game, when I was in the amateurs. I remember sparring him when I was an amateur. So great guy, and zoned in to make this second run again.
Mate, I want to go back. Obviously, we changed the date in the boxing world from June the 17th, then it went to August, then it went to there was rumours of a September 1, October the 4th, then the 16th. There was an incident. You stayed on. So after the 17th it happened and he tested positive, you stayed on with your team, your father, Jim, Peter Khan, and the rest of the team. He never made it to Miami. That's true. Teofimo never made it to Miami. His father and his team did. There was an incident that happened on the Tuesday. Did you want to elaborate on that? Because Teofimo Lopez has said that it's come out, it's now, well, I always thought it was personal, but he's come out and said it was personal around an incident that happened there with his people when he was back in Vegas after he just got tested.
Yeah, look, there's been so many dates, so many contracts that I've signed where if I go through all the dates, my hand starts getting a little bit sore because of all the contracts I've signed. But that incident, he's dwelling on that incident. He wasn't there. You don't know what happened. At the end of the day, your team was there. They rocked up. There's about 30 of them. What team did I have in Miami? I got a small little army. Myself, my father, my coach Mick wasn't even with us at that point.
No.
He was upstairs in his room. We had my friend Huss, and we're walking after the postponement of the fight. We had gone and got some dinner, and this is the only time I'm going to tell it because this is the truth. I don't lie. So when I'm walking to the elevator and to get past the elevator, you got the lifts, and where the lifts are, you got the bar. So who's at the bar? Team Lopez, drinking, enjoying the time, which is great. Have your fun, do what you want to do. Your son just obviously, postponed the fight. He had COVID. So be it. But we just want to get to our rooms. It's been a long day. It's been a draining day. And all of a sudden, we start getting verbally attacked. Oh, Kambosos. Oh, there's George. Oh, his team are trying to come towards me. I had a few of his team members wanting to be smartasses and try to take photos. And look, you just got to think that I have just found out that the fight's been postponed. I'm devastated. I prepared for 4 months away from my family, my kids. I flew my wife, pregnant, to be by my side. She wasted her time. We left our kids, for obviously she left them for a month. I left them for 4 months. So I straight went into my father figure of my baby's in there. I want to protect her. So when I was getting asked for whatever they were trying to ask me, trying to confront me, trying to, say whatever they were saying, I just told, get away from me, stay away from me. I want to get to my lift. I want to go upstairs. And a few things were said back and forth, but there's 30 of them and like 3 of us. So I protected my wife. And at that stage, Lopez had tested positive for COVID. This is his team. They're with him. He used to say they don't have COVID if they come close to me. So all we said was stay away. COVID is evident in your team. You're the fighter that you're here to support. Obviously got it. Stay away. Don't come near us. And they still pushed the matter. They tried to push the matter. And look, that's all. That's where it ended. A few things were said there and back. Obviously, I was very angry. And, frustrated with the whole event getting postponed. But I protected my wife. Last thing I want is her to get COVID with the baby, and that's it. He wasn't there. Whatever they're telling him, they're lying to him. They continually lie to this kid. They treat him like a kid, and look, he wasn't there. So if he wants to take it emotionally and dwell on it, that's his problem. But for me, more than anyone, I should be the one being emotional about it, because I spent so much time away from my family. I flew my wife out there. I'm trying to protect her. And I got your team, coming towards us and trying to, be smart asses and say things. And I'm protecting her. So any man will do the same thing. And at the end of the day, he wasn't there. So whatever his mind wants to tell himself, whatever his team and his family are telling him, and he got his father saying that if he was there, blah blah blah, he was there. He was sitting there drinking. Okay, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. There was nothing there. If that's what's upsetting him, then man, that's his problem. That's on him, because to be honest, I totally forgot about it. Confrontation and anything like that, I love that. I love confrontation. And at the end of the day, there was really no confrontation. A few things were said back and forth, but I had a small team with me. So what are we going to do? We're going to fight all of them? Come on, I'm more professional than that.
George, are you in his head, you reckon?
Big time, because that's all he talks about. He's talking about these certain things that happened that he wasn't even there. I don't know if it's the weight starting to play tricks on him, and it happens when you're starting to cut a lot of weight and your body has outgrown the weight. But I don't know if it's his team, they're lying to him, they're trying to motivate him. But whatever it is, I don't care, man. I really don't. I don't care. I don't care what he's doing, if I'm in his head or not, which obviously I am. I'm just focused on winning this fight, and anyone can rock up on that night. It can be King Kong in that ring, and I'm going to win the fight. I'm that focused, and I put in too much hard work. I'm training too hard, and I have not taken a day off. So whatever happened that night, all right, so be it. If that's what you think, do something about it then.
George, I was quite surprised yesterday. It's my job as a media reporter. We cut footage and obviously look at stuff all the time. After the Wilder Fury press conference, which was yesterday, he's out in the actual lobby getting some burger and fries. He actually did buy it for himself.
Really?
And another reporter. What was your take on that, if you saw it?
I didn't see it, but it's the first time I'm hearing about it. He was actually buying hamburgers.
He bought a burger and fries for his little team, and another reporter that works in boxing, I think.
Okay, well, good on him. Good on him, man. If that's what you want to do and that's what you want to eat, then it doesn't bother me whatever he's doing. Like I said, he could be training extremely hard, or he could not be training at all. I know what I'm doing. I know how good I'm getting every day. Every day I'm getting better and better, and I'm zoning in even more. So all the best to his preparation, to what he does. And you're saying that he's eating burgers and he's hanging around the casino and being a big celebrity. I'm staying low key. I'm the man of the people, and I'm staying low key. And I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym 24/7.
Mate, Bob Arum also touched on it yesterday as well. He's had a little bit to say. He's been quite fired up there on the ground, Bob, as well. Obviously, I don't know if he's been on a couple of wines during the day or whatever he's on, but he's quite animated. He's a co-promoter for this fight with Wilder versus Fury, and he's got a lot to say on your fight as well. What's your take on some of the stuff that he said, if you've spoken about it, you know what I mean? It sort of felt like Bob always felt that Triller were going to default. It was either going to go to Matchroom or Bob, and obviously Teo signed to Bob.
Yeah, look, Bob's 90 years of age. I did see an interview yesterday from Eddie Hearn, saying that he doesn't even let his own dad get on camera, let alone, Bob Arum being 90. They say things that they don't care. They just say it the way it is, and they don't care who it harms. And I know that he went off at Mike Coppinger, which was hilarious. I don't think Mike expected that. And then obviously you see him going off at, I think it's Kate Abdo or the female reporter, which is, not right. But I'm sure he apologized and all that. But 90 years of age, man, still there, still doing interviews. And, it's Bob Arum. He's a legendary promoter. And obviously he's always got a lot to say about me. And he's very confident in his fighter, Teofimo Lopez. And, they got all these big plans and big future. But let's just wait to when that date's set. And let's see how excited you are after this fight, because I'm sure you're going to be calling me for your other fighter, Lomachenko.
What's your take on Teofimo when he talks about catch weight at super lightweight and lightweight? What does he mean there? Like, he's talking about Davis when Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz, and he was talking to Bob Arum about that the other day. Is that an option for him in the future? You know, I mean, when we look at Taylor versus Teofimo at 140, is he already looking past this 35 contract?
Look, he's going to be irrelevant after I'm done with him. So he's going to have no ground to even, to demand anything. I don't even know why he's demanding anything. So he'll be irrelevant. I don't care what he says. He can go fight Tyson Fury at heavyweight if he wants. If that weight is that bad, he's struggling with the weight. But I don't care about that, man. I'm just focused on what I got to do and who I'm going to fight. I'm at 135. I'm going to win these belts, and once I take this kid out, I'll be looking for the bigger names. Devin Haney. They say that he's the people are scared of him or they don't want to fight him. He's got no opponent at the moment. Look, I'll fight Devin Haney, no problem. Lomachenko, we all know that Lopez is shit scared of Lomachenko now. He knows that a fit Lomachenko will totally destroy him. So, I love that fight. I love that fight, and I love the best challenges. That's what I want. You know me, I want the best to prove myself, and that's what a warrior is.
Yeah.
Who cares about anything else? Let's fight the best and give the fans what they want. But Lopez is all I'm focused on. That's the only person I'm focused on, and that's all I see in my mind. And I have a fantastic game plan to win this fight. But whatever he thinks, whatever he wants to fight, good on him. He can go fight Ronald McDonald if he wants tomorrow.
Because you're that division, we've spoken about this before, 35, you got Garcia and Diaz that can come in there, we've spoken about Devin Haney, Lomachenko floats back into the equation, Davis obviously at 140 now, I don't think we'll go back to 35. There's a lot of room, there's a lot on the line here, you know what I mean? When Teofimo talks about going to 140, if he loses this fight, he might even have to stay at 35 to get some respect back, would you think? Or, it's very hard when you're going into an undisputed fight, and if you lose the fight, all these other names like Taylor and bloody, fighting these guys, Ramirez, or whoever it is at 140 pounds,
look, it's
irrelevant.
It's all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with anything. Josh Taylor's probably laughing at him because, he's looking at these guys, and it's you got to focus on the person in front of you. But like I said, I don't care. I don't care what he's doing. I don't care who he's talking about. I don't care what he's eating, what he's drinking. I'm at a stage now where it's just, I just want to fight, man. I just want to fight, and that's why I was so adamant to fight October 4th. And whatever. People say, what's the difference? 2 weeks? Yeah, I would have fought you October 16th. I would have fought you. I'll fight you anytime, any place, anywhere. Brooklyn was no problem. Madison Square, no problem. In your lounge room is no problem. That doesn't bother me. But I'm just focused on fighting this guy, beating him. So whatever focus he has, whatever distractions, good on him. Let's see what happens when we fight.
George, doesn't matter for you. There's a heavy, it's probably likable that this fight will be in New York, but you never know. It might not be in New York. It could be in Miami. Eddie Hearn has done fights in Miami with Matchroom and DAZN down there on the East Coast, on the southern part. Does it matter to you where it's at? Also, UK, I would think, would be a long shot, but he is the promoter. He can have the fight where he wants the fight.
Well, that's 100% correct. Eddie Hearn is promoting the fight. Obviously, he has won the purse bid now, and he can have it wherever he wants it. If he wants to have it in his backyard, no problem. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they have it. If it's in New York, no problem. There's like I said, there's so many Greeks out there. There's a few Aussies out there as well, and we all know this kid can't sell. We all know that, and we all know that he's not a pay-per-view seller. So it doesn't really matter where they do it. If they do it in New York, I'm very confident that there'll be more Greeks from New York and the US, than what he has in his support. So wherever they do it, man, wherever they do it, no problem. I'm prepared to fight him anywhere. And you can see my track record. I haven't fought at home for so many years, for so many fights. So it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me where they do it. Maybe London might be a beautiful choice because I got a very good name in the UK now after beating Sylvie, and Lopez obviously got a good name too over there. So the UK fans really love their boxing. They come out to the fights. So maybe Eddie decides, you know what, we'll do it in the UK and affiliate with an undercard, 10 to 15,000, and does it there, or he takes to the US and does it wherever. But I'm just focused on what I got to do in this fight, like I've been saying, and let's see the pay-per-view numbers or the numbers in the fight, because I'm telling you now, I will, with my own numbers, and like we told Triller from the very start, that look, I'm not here to sell pay-per-view numbers for you in America. That's Lopez's job.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not here to sell, attendance. Even though I had a lot of support coming out, and there will be a lot of support coming out. My job, is to sell the pay-per-view in Australia. And I've got such a big fan base that I'm very confident that my pay-per-view numbers will be bigger than, and obviously subscription numbers on the zone now will be bigger than what Lopez does.
Really? You truly believe that?
I've got 2 whole countries behind me. 2 whole countries.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy doesn't even know what he's doing. He doesn't know who is that got behind him. So, look, he would have had the place filled out, originally. He would have had the place sold out, if he was such a big draw. But I don't see him as a big draw, and I don't think the whole world sees him as a big draw.
George, for me, and I'm going to give an opinion here, I see a change to Teofimo to what I saw him before Lomachenko and Komny as well. We'll get to that in a second. You see some stuff. I know you're not zoned in on it. He's spoken recently about he's thought about suicide 3 times.
Yeah, someone told me about that today in the gym. There's been some articles talking about, suicide,
Which is not a good.
With no joke whatsoever. Yeah. Let's cut all the bullshit aside between me and him and the bad blood. Listen, Lopez, if you're listening and you're thinking like that, you got a kid coming. I mean, I got 3 kids of my own.
Yeah.
There's no matter how much hate and no matter how much, stress comes with this game, and obviously me and him have been through enough, with the date changes. That's not on, and I'm stepping myself away from, being the animal that I am and being the relentless fighter and so focused to destroy this kid. But that's not on. That's not on. And look, that's something you don't even want to think about.
No.
But yeah, someone did tell me about it, and they said 3 times. So
yeah,
look, you got a kid coming, man. You got a kid coming. Aside from me wanting to take your head off, you got a kid coming. There is a life away from what we do, and obviously we're always in the media, and we got a lot of demands with the media, and we got a lot of eyes on us every move. But I mean, there's good times with your family and your kid. Obviously I've got 3 kids of my own, and they're inside. I can see them right now. They're running like crazy. So
but George,
that's what motivates me.
Exactly, the motivation.
But Ryan, what I thought straight away is when I got told, I couldn't believe it. Come on, man, that's not right, But my biggest concern, because I'm going to beat this kid. I'm going to beat him. If he's thinking like this and he's got all the belts, what's going to happen when I beat him? That's what I'm, a little bit concerned about. But hopefully he's got the right people around him. I hope he's got good people around him. But
well, George,
what it is.
I go back to April and May. You were over there. You were doing the first release, with Ray Flores, Teofimo's team, and then you went straight at him. You basically attacked him on stage verbally and insulted him. I believe you got in his head a little bit. He said some things to you. It was quite confrontational. The poor guy obviously tested positive for COVID. But what I'm saying is from July right now to October the 7th or 8th or whatever we sit at the date now, has the money changed him? Now, I understand that he has made a little bit of money out of the Lomachenko fight and the other fights. From the media that I've seen of him the last 2 days, he's really talking about so many different things. And I actually, Teofimo will probably see this, and I don't mind saying this, quite disillusional I see him as he's gone right off topic. You know what I mean? Like, obviously the most exclusive stuff's coming out on FightHype at the moment. Sometimes he's completely forgetting about a fight and talking about Ali's the greatest. Now I'm going to be the double greatest. I've never seen a fighter talk like that, and it's different.
I don't know. Do the boxing fans really care? They want to see him talking about his spiritual enlightenment, or whatever you call it. Or do you want to see him talking about my body, my temple? But you're saying he's eating burgers and hot dogs and whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care, man. I'm just as it comes. I say it the way it is, and
Yeah.
you know that press conference that we had, he saw what he's dealing with. Now, you got to remember these guys that he's fought in the past can't talk. They don't talk. You know, they just go through their business and do what they got to do, but they're not big talkers. They're not big guys on the mental warfare. You know, I am. I'm very sharp like that, and not only I come and do the business in the fight in the ring, and the way I prepare like a warrior. You know, mentally very strong. You know, I mean, I was away from my kids for 4 months.
Yeah.
You know, man, and then all of a sudden the fight gets postponed, and we're pushing back all these dates. You got the belts. You got a few million. Why are you talking about, you know, this stupid stuff of, and I know it gets to you, but I should be the one freaking out saying, oh man, you know, where's the money? Where's this fight?
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't
I'm
care
so
about
strong,
the money.
man. I'm so mentally strong. I don't care about the money. I've got good people around me, and I just manifested. I've seen it. I'm beating this kid. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat him well. I'm gonna take them belts, and I really want the best Lopez, you know, turning up. But when you start to hear things, and you start to see things, and as much as you know, I don't care what he's doing. You know, to me, they sound like excuses, early stage excuses already.
Okay.
Are they excuses already trying to put himself in a position where I wasn't right, I had these issues? I don't know. But you know what? Bring it on. When we fight, bring it on, because I'm ready, man.
George, obviously, George, you deal with high, powerful people in the sporting fraternity, whether they're football players, soccer players, boxers, combat. Is that something that can change a sportsman, the money where they get off track, the money can start to get off track? Like I look at Mayweather. Mayweather made more money than anyone's ever going to make in boxing, and he never got off track. It was always tunnel vision. It was always,
Yeah, look, I deal with a lot of, remember, we're in the fight game. Everyone loves a fighter. And when you're at the top, people want to surround yourself around the fighter. So I deal with a lot of multi-million dollar business people. I deal with guys that are big gangsters, you know, man. I deal with a lot of different kind of people. But my vision, they stay focused. And these guys themselves say, and we're talking about big businessmen, say, man, you're so focused, unbelievable how you are. And you know, I just manifest everything and put into play, and I really believe in the way I prepare, the way I train, the hard work I put in. I don't let myself, you know, take a day off, because I feel guilty if I do. Like I said, I got a lot of fire, a lot of motivation, you know, from what I'm trying to do and to leave a legacy. About the name George Kambosos, I'm leaving a legacy for that name. That name has a lot of meaning, and I'm leaving that legacy. I'm leaving legacy for my kids. Money will come and go. The money, we can't take it with us. But at the end of the day, people say, oh, but you're making a lot less money now fighting on Matchroom. Well, they give or take a little bit. Who cares? Who really cares? It's going to be on a professional outfit, and I'm going to win my belts on a proper promotion. So money comes and goes, but legacy and honor, you know, is what stays forever.
Legacy and honor, also something that your father, who I'm very close with, is very big on as well. George, recently you've just had another baby. I'd like to congratulate you on that, but you've also had some hardship with the lossing of your grandfather. Mixed emotions over the last 3-4 weeks for your family, fueled by your tunnel vision. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, this is part of the game. You're going to have, you know, good times. You're going to have things happen, you know, where you have a blessing of your birth of your child, and then on the same day, you know, your grandfather George Kambosos, you know, a proud man who was so proud to see what I was doing, you know, passes away. I trained. You know, he passed away. I had the baby, you know, born a couple of hours earlier. I trained that night like an animal, because, like I said, when people think this tunnel vision, I say tunnel vision, I'm so focused. They think, maybe someone say, no, you can't be that tunnel vision. I just had my third kid, and I lost my grandfather, and I still train. I'm still in the gym, train like an animal. I'm so focused, and I haven't even had time to grieve my grandfather. And I was prepared to fly the next day for the October 4th fight. The baby came on the 24th. I lost my grandpa on the 24th. We were scheduled to fly on the 25th. And that's the way we set up with the baby. I got my wife induced. You know, that's dangerous too. to make sure that I was at least with the baby for a few hours before I went into battle. That's the kind of animal I am. We were prepared, me and my father, with all of that to get on the flight. But you know, Triller had many issues, and they changed the date. And obviously Lopez was saying no chance. October 4th is the date, and then all of a sudden he switched his tune real fast, and you know, we just asked for some simple things, couldn't be fulfilled, and it all went the way it's meant to be. But you best believe I got a lot of fuel to the fire now. There were two things that, as focused as I am, you know, I would think about that. Is the baby going to come while I'm over there? Am I going to be on the plane with no Wi-Fi and the baby comes and my wife goes into labour? Is my grandfather going to pass away the day before the fight? You know what I mean? So they're all gone now. They're things that came and gone, and I'm just focused. I got nothing to worry about, and no matter what, my grandfather won't be watching on TV like he was so excited to do.
Yeah.
But he's going to be inside me in that ring. He'll be with me inside them ropes. And George Kambosos, same name, you know, same. You know, people ask me, where do you get that strength from, that focus?
Yeah.
You know, well, I believe I get it from my grandparents. You know, you got to think they came to Australia with nothing. They took big risk. You know, my grandfather George, you know, he came here with literally nothing, and didn't know to speak English. Didn't have any friends here.
Wow.
Didn't have his wife by himself. And he was, you know, obviously had to go work 3 jobs, you know, to survive. And all of a sudden he started his family, and he built a legacy. And that's why he was so proud of what I've done with the name, because the Kambosos name has a lot of honor. And stand-up guy, and just like myself, stand up, you know, straight shooter. I don't need to sit here and talk rubbish. I say it the way it is from the heart. And, you know, I'm going to win this fight for him, for my family, for my legacy, for myself, and for all the fans and the support I have.
What was the last words? Did you speak to your grandfather? He knew. What was his last words to you about this fight?
Oh man, he was just excited. We spoke 2 days before he passed away, and he was good. He was looking good. He had good. He was excited about the baby coming, and obviously he was saying, you know, like, you'll be flying out on the Saturday, which we were meant to. And you know, go beat this kid. I can't wait to watch on TV. You're gonna win all these belts. I want to hold all these belts. So, you know, that's it. It is what it is. That's life. That's life. And you know, we talk about money and all these things. You can't take the money with you, but you can take a legacy, and that's what I plan to do.